Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's Sweden Day. 13 weird things about Sweden. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Okay, look how many toothpaste flavors they have.
Wait, what? She said toothpaste. That's not toothpaste though, is it, guys? That's not toothpaste, is it? That's not toothpaste. Is that toothpaste or is that food in tubes?
Okay, look how many toothpaste flavors they have.
Wait, that really is toothpaste? No, it's not toothpaste. She's joking. Okay, I get it. Oh my god, I'm so slow. She's joking. She's saying toothpaste because it looks like toothpaste, but it's not. Okay, I get it. I get it.
So hello, if you're new here, it's been 1 month since I've been living in Sweden. I'm originally from Canada and I am playing professional soccer. Fudge. I'm playing professional football here in Sweden.
Oh, that's cool. She's a professional football player. I like how she corrected herself because in Europe we say football, not soccer.
For context, I've been to Europe in the past, but this is my first time living here in Europe.
Okay.
And I think now that I've been here in Sweden for a month, I think I'm qualified to talk about a little bit things that have been different coming from Canada all the way to here. Also,
I'm really sorry. You know my mind. Sometimes I go back to what she just said. When she said soccer, sorry, I'm still stuck on that. Why do Americans and Canadians call it soccer when literally you're kicking a ball with your foot? But yet they call bloody, what is it, football where the ball is in their hand. Americans, stupid. Clearly, football is football. There's a foot and there's a ball. You kick the ball with your foot. It's football, but yet they call it soccer. It makes no sense. Anyways, let's continue.
Also, for context, I've been in the U.S. for 5 years playing college soccer there, so I was in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Let me tell you, I've been loving my experience so far, but there are some things where I was like, this is really cool, or this is kind of unique. In general, you get a different culture shock when you actually live in a new place instead of just visiting or traveling. So I'm going to be talking about 13 things that I have found unexpected here living in Sweden. So let's start with the first one. So the first one on the list is single-use stalls. I feel like there have been single-use stalls everywhere. So you have private room for yourself to use the washroom. Maybe it's also because...
Oh, single use is in like single use of everything. So like literally you have your own sink and you have your own toilet. Yeah, I've seen them before. We have them in the UK, but normally you just have a cubicle and then you'll have a wash basin that is shared with other people. I much prefer this style where you get your own cubicle with your own sink and all that type of stuff because it's just better, isn't it? It just makes sense. And also you can wash your hands before you leave the toilet. Yeah, I get that. Also, is it because you're quite conscientious of like gender neutral toilets? So like anyone can use the toilet, like it doesn't matter what gender you are. So you have cubicles. Is that another reason why you do that? Let me know in the comment section.
Because of the area and the places I go to, but I haven't seen one stall that looks like an American bathroom stall or a Canadian bathroom stall. Even yesterday when I went to the Kvarg Lakers game, the hockey team here, there was single-use stalls in the arena. It's cool that there's no awkward gaps between, like, can someone see me? Like, you just have a full room to yourself. It's like a little mini hotel room.
Something that I also found different was that in public bathrooms, so far I've seen that you have to pay sometimes. So here are the bathrooms in the library, and I didn't have any money. Here's another public...
Wait. Did she just say that's the bathroom in the library? The toilet in the library? You have to pay? I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like in the UK it might be a legal requirement for certain premises to have toilets that are used by the public, and I don't think you can charge. I may be wrong. It's just that if you go to a library or a shopping centre or somewhere where you're spending money already or you're using the service already, I wouldn't expect to then pay extra for a toilet. I feel like it's kind of a human right to offer a toilet. I don't know. I'm quite surprised with that. In a library is interesting.
use bathroom, and I didn't know you have to basically pay to pee.
Wow.
Here, bike paths and sidewalks are basically on the same type of road. They're kind of right next to each other. They are actually right next to each other. In Canada, there are bike paths, but they're mostly like on the street, and sometimes they're like separated with road dividers.
Same as the UK.
But here, it's so easy to get from one place to the other by bike. Like the bike paths, I feel super safe on them. Except I feel like I almost got hit when I was walking because I didn't know you're supposed to go on like the right side if you're a pedestrian and the left side if you're a biker. So I was like just walking like there's nothing. And then people were like,
I'm glad I know, because I would just start walking and get knocked over by a bike. That's really good, and really health and safety wise, really good. Because, by the way, I love this video because these are all, I keep on learning new things about Sweden. In my year and a half or nearly 2 years or whatever of learning about Sweden, I've not heard any of these points. How weird is that? But anyways, yeah, I think health and safety is so important. I'm so happy that you have thought about pedestrians and bikers and not putting bikes on the main road with cars. Like in the UK, literally the bike lane is on the car lane. It's not really separated properly. Yeah, this makes sense.
You passed me on the bike. Oh, that was one of my first culture shocks. So here's the can opener. I've been struggling with this. So I tried this out last week, and I, for the life of me, had the hardest time. So
it's an old school one.
One more time. All I want is some tuna, okay? All I want is some tuna.
Do you not have those tuna cans that have like the pulley open thing? Like I have some in the cupboard right now, and you just pull it. You pull the little, like a can opener. You don't have those? I much prefer those and not having to deal with a tin opener. And those tin openers, I've never been good at them. I think you have to like, you do that, don't you? Or some type of motion. I don't like it. You need to get the sharp bit in, yeah. Yeah.
Is it like this?
It's not good. It's very old school. Like, it's very old school. You guys must have normal tin openers.
Okay. I feel like it's not like this. Like, I feel like I'm getting metal in it.
No, you have to, it's like a motion.
A win is a win. It's kind of like DIY store scanners. So what you do, you go in the grocery store, you get one of these scanners, and there's so many of them. You get one of them. Basically, you carry around this scanner when you grocery shop. So let's say I'm like, oh, I want to get this loaf of bread. So you scan the loaf of bread, and then you place it directly in your bag in your grocery cart, and then it keeps like a running list of the things you have. And then when you're done, you just pay on the scanner, and you can just walk out and leave. I think one of my first questions.
Oh, so no checkout. So you just basically just scan the food and put it in your shopping bag and then pay. Interesting. How do I feel about that? Don't people like steal? You know? If you're scanning your own, I don't know. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Questions I asked was, don't people steal?
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, I don't condone stealing, but that was just a question I had. Apparently, there are people that can randomly check you to see if you have everything or if you added something. So that's my ethical question of the day.
Okay. The shoe thing. It's not a shoe thing, though. What life before? What's she doing? You guys use shoehorns. I know what that is. It's a shoehorn. It's a big shoehorn. That's what elderly people use, no? Like, it's normally an elderly person or someone who's got a disability that can't bend down, can't bend their knees, whatever. They use that. Is she saying that all Swedes use shoehorns to put their shoes on? Let me know in the comment section below. This is first time I'm hearing this.
So these things are everywhere. This is called a shoehorn. Now I
Yeah.
feel like I can't put my shoes on without it. I think my grandma has one of these.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I didn't know how to use it, but here it's everywhere. Everyone uses these things. So there are some things I can't find in Sweden. So
Okay.
let me tell you, I wanted to make pancakes one morning, and I was like,
Okay.
let me just go to the grocery store, get what I need.
Maple
so I
syrup.
was looking for cooking spray. I was looking for vanilla extract. I know in the U.S. I would
Cooking spray. Why cooking spray and not cooking oil? Okay. Vanilla extract. You don't have vanilla extract?
get some like sugar-free maple syrup. In Sweden, I could barely find cooking spray. I found this rapeseed oil spray with vanilla extract. Either like I couldn't find.
Yeah, because cooking spray is not proper cooking oil. Like, it's just not. It's not proper cooking oil. I don't know.
And like the little bottles, there was actual vanilla extract like on the bean, like on the little stick. So that was cool actually. There's not a lot of no
You mean vanilla pod? Real vanilla?
sugar food items I've seen before, but there's not a lot of it because the things in cooking sprays, probably the things in vanilla extract and the ingredients in no sugar syrups,
It's bad for you.
are probably not good for you. So it's kind of
There
a
you
good
go.
thing. Actually, it's very much a good thing that I can't find those things, because that means that they were probably really bad for me when I was.
Probably. That's why they're selling you the real thing. In Sweden, you get the real vanilla pod. Real vanilla. Real vanilla. The real extract. You get real oil. You know, the real oil, not like compressed into some gassy air to spray. Like, yeah. It's probably a good thing.
I was consuming them in the US and in Canada.
So now for a quick segment of things I can find in Sweden. So we have chocolate ball protein shakes,
Okay.
kebab pizza. I've heard this is very popular in Sweden. I have to try it one day. But
Yeah, but I won't be trying. So I will be trying kebab pizza, but I won't be trying the frozen version. I want it fresh.
there are also some things I've never seen before, like blood pudding.
Oh yeah, black pudding. We eat blood pudding. We fry it. How do you guys prepare blood pudding, by the way? Let me know in the comment section.
I heard it's also called black pudding, could be served with some jam. And apparently this is some Norwegian rice porridge I've never seen before.
Viscot.
Here, everyone bikes
Very good.
everywhere. I see bikes all over the place. Here in Sweden, a lot of people lock the bike frames. I was walking home and my teammate stopped me and she's like, I'm going to this thrift store. Do you want to come with? And I was like, yeah, sure. She was on her bike and I thought she honestly just left her bike in front of the thrift store because I was like, you didn't lock it against a solid pole or something like that? And she was like,
Yeah.
no, like people here lock the frame like it's normal. Prior to coming to Sweden, I haven't seen people lock their bike frame only instead of attaching it to like a stable surface or like a pole or something like that.
People still do lock like this.
But yeah, that was something that was kind of interesting.
Ah, okay.
I remember I wanted to go to the grocery store maybe at 8 p.m. Obviously, Ica Maxi is open at 8 p.m. I want to go to Lidl right here. It closes at 7 or something like that. I feel like
Yeah, I mean it's the same in the UK, really. No, yeah, like a convenience store like Lidl. No, we have like Tesco Expresses and like express stores that are open till like 10 o'clock. And then we have big supermarkets that some that are 24 hours, but you have to drive to get to those places. But like most places shut between 8 and 10 as well.
back
So-
home, a lot of places close really late. So that's one thing that's different. And also here, like thrift stores, not all of them are open all the time. There's like specific hours for them. And on
Okay.
Sundays, there's a lot of things that are closed. I was trying to go to a bakery. I couldn't find one. Turns out there were some that were open. I just didn't know where to go. But a lot of them close on Sundays. Maybe that's
Sundays.
common. Maybe I just haven't gone to many bakeries.
Well, yeah, Sundays, a lot more places used to be shut in the UK. Then it turned to like places closed earlier, like 4 o'clock. And now it's like a mixture. Like some places close earlier. Rarely are places fully closed on a Sunday. And some just ignore Sunday altogether and they just open as usual. So we're changing. It was very much like a religious thing when like the UK was a bit more Christian. Things used to shut on Sundays so people could go to church, and I'm guessing it's the same for Sweden as well. Must be. Pedestrian
A lot
right
of
of
people here
way.
give me hope, okay? Because there's a lot of roundabouts, a lot of cars, but also a lot of
Okay.
bikes. And I haven't had a situation here yet where the car like kind of cuts me off as a pedestrian or as a biker. So everyone here is super, super nice. I'm staying cautious still. I'm not just like walking anywhere. But everyone here is very, very nice about, okay, we see a pedestrian. Even if I look like I'm about to cross, they stop. But I feel like in my experience elsewhere, it's been kind of like a hit or miss. Wait, no, not meaning like they hit. No, not meaning like they hit or missed me. I meant like it's a 50-50 chance if they'll stop. Okay. Here I feel very, very safe. So thank you, Sweden. So you may remember this clip of me accidentally buying Kvarg the first time I went to the grocery store here. So
I think it's Greek yogurt. Is it Greek yogurt?
Oh, she thought it was Greek yogurt.
Every single day. This was the best mistake, the best accident of my life, okay? It's not exactly yogurt. I know in the video I talk about how it's basically yogurt. No, it's not exactly yogurt. It's not like exactly cottage cheese. I feel like it's a mix of both. Very, very high protein. I feel like it's really good for you. But here in Sweden, it's everywhere. Anyways, I love Kvarg. It has been a life changer. It is awesome. Love it.
I'll have to try it.
So versatile. I think it tastes great.
What the heck?
Kind of similar in the UK, to be honest. I don't know. She's probably in Stockholm, where it's not quite. Your days are not as short, but not as short as like in maybe in the north of Sweden. But like, yeah, I would say not 4 p.m. I would say like 4:30. It starts getting dark. It's starting to get brighter now, though. So the sun sets around. Alexa, what time is sunset?
Sunset in Leeds will be at 5:08 p.m. today.
Yeah, so do you know what I mean? Like the days are starting to get longer. So 5 or 8. It's not as long. It's not as short as it has been. So yeah. So normally it gets to about 4:20, 4:30. That's when the sun sets. When like it's proper the height of winter. So not too dissimilar to Sweden. Parts of Sweden.
Something that's been really different is that at 4 p.m. it gets dark. That's been really hard because I feel like my body's like, oh, I'm ready to go to bed.
That's how it is.
It's actually 4 p.m. It's time to eat dinner. So the sun rises around 8:30 right now. It sets around 4 p.m. in the winter. And also the weather around here has been kind of gray. So that's been something that I didn't really.
She definitely lives in like Stockholm because that weather looks quite similar to Leeds right now.
Expect too much, but apparently in the summer the sun comes out a lot. Solen skiner.
Okay.
I love that phrase. Apparently the sun comes out at like 3 a.m. in the summer and sets at like 10 p.m. So I'll have to see it for myself when the summer comes around. There's also like a celebration called Midsummer, and it's the longest day of the year where the sun is out for the longest time. There's a lot of dancing, there's a lot of flower crowns. So it's basically like transitioning from the permanent darkness in the winter to let's party in the sun all night, basically. Sounds like Sweden goes from 0 to 100 real quick.
Speaking of which, I don't know why Midsummer made me think about going to Sweden and like maybe meeting some of you guys. I've had lots of messages from you guys on Instagram, which I don't check the inbox, but there's a lot in there and I'm like, there's a lot. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I don't know how to reply or when to reply. Basically, I've had a lot of offers of people being like, when you come to Sweden, we'll put you up, or when you go to Sweden, I can show you my town and stuff like that. Honestly, I've seen some of your messages. I'm going to reply, I promise. It's incredibly kind of everyone who's messaged me. Yeah, I just haven't even started planning the trip yet. So I was like, I don't know. I haven't even tried. I haven't started planning yet. So I need to start planning my trip, which I keep saying, but I am going to start this week. I think it's time. We're in February now. I was kind of waiting for February. We're in February now, so planning my summer trip to Sweden. Let's do it. I'm going to do it. And yeah, thank you to everybody who has offered to help me plan my journey and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to get back to you. It's just I think I've just been waiting to get a bit closer to the time before I like start planning stuff. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue. By the way, subscribe. Subscribe. All of you, subscribe. I never ask people to subscribe. And I've only realized I've been doing this channel for like over a year, and I never ask you to subscribe. I should start doing that more, right? So yeah, please, if you've been watching me for a long time, subscribe to my channel. Bakeries. That Danish bakery I had, that Danish cinnamon roll. Wow. So Sweden.
All right, so I'm at a bakery just doing
Your
my
turn,
monthly
Sue.
review. So every month I review the month prior, like what I did well, what I should improve on, and stuff like that. So I have a new tradition that I'm gonna try a new bakery every month, and I'm gonna try a new pastry every month. You know how in Sweden there is fika, which is
Fika.
a sweet treat, and coffee? Well, apparently there's also like pastry season. So now it is like the end of January going into February, and the pastry that's good to get now is a
Semla.
So this is a semla. It looks really good.
Semla.
I'm gonna try it for the first time now.
Wait, is it Semla season? I want to be in Sweden. I want a Semla. Honestly, I'm so random, guys. One day, you just might get notifications that, guys, I just booked a flight to go to Sweden. I'm going for a day trip. I'm going for a couple of days to Sweden. I'm a very random person, like very spontaneous. That could happen just to get, some baked treats.
No. Okay, so a semla is a cardamom flavored wheat bun, and on the inside
Wheat
there's whipped
bun.
cream with almond paste, I think. And a lot of people are telling me to try it, so let's do it. Are you supposed to come?
And the thing is, I'm actually, like, at the moment, obviously it's diet season because it's New Year, New Me. Trying to get fit and healthy, and I'm currently not eating a lot of carbohydrates. I've lowered my carb intake, significantly. So yeah, that looks really delicious now. But yeah, I'm gonna save myself to when I come to Sweden. I'll have all the pastry.
To cut it? Like, I don't know. This is pretty big. Like, how do you eat this? There we go. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna finish it all.
It is
Like, are
big.
you supposed to eat this with your hands? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Cheers. Wow. That's actually pretty good. It's kind of dangerous. That's kind of dangerous. You taste a bit of the almond. The whipped cream is not too thick. It looks thick, but it's not
That's
too
good.
thick like when you actually eat it. It kind of melts in your mouth. So something I didn't expect from Sweden is that there's so many different days for pastries. A carrot cake day, which I think is February 3rd or something. There's like a cinnamon bun day. I thought that was pretty funny, actually, that there's like oh my gosh, today's a cinnamon bun day, so we all have to go get cinnamon buns. I'm gonna get another bite. Cheers. I like it. I'm also glad that I got one before, I don't know if they run out. Do they run out? Probably. Someone told me that like after February, they don't basically sell them as much as they do now. Or I don't know if they sell them even
What?
at all. So I like that a lot.
After February, they don't sell them anymore. Guys, that's not acceptable. Do I need to book a flight this month to go and get one of these? I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's somewhere I could get one of these when it's not February. Maybe like, but I'm coming in the summer. I'm sure I can try all these. I'm sure there's a bakery that'll do all these Swedish treats when it's summertime. I just feel like bakeries though and coffee or cafe is something you have in the winter. I mean, you can have coffee all year round, but when it's nice and sunny and hot, no, winter's like the time when you have like hot drinks and like pastries and stuff like that. I'll come at Christmas as well. I'll come at Christmas as well.
That is good.
Food tubes.
Hi everyone, just got back from training, okay?
I know what that
And
is.
I
Callus
stopped
caviar.
by the grocery store to try some fruit tubes. So this is
Callus
the original one
caviar.
that I heard that people like to eat a lot. You can have like food tubes that have like cheese in them, caviar. This is creamed cod roe. I don't know. So this is basically fish.
That's one of that's one of the things that I'm most excited to try, because I've seen so many videos on it. I've got so much to try, but that is one of the ones I'm very excited to try.
Fish in a tube. Okay.
I think I'm gonna like
I don't know
it.
if I'm excited. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna like it a lot.
But we're gonna try it. One of my teammates, she says she eats this like every morning with eggs
Every morning.
and bread, like hard-boiled eggs. I have the bread. It is kind of burnt. Usually it would be like crisp bread, so knäckebröd. But I don't have any, so I just burnt my regular toast to try to get crisp bread. You put this on toast and you just eat it. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. Oh. Is it supposed to be oily? Am I supposed to shake it? Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. It smells like cat food. I'm nervous. Alright, let's try it.
Let's
I
do
don't know
it.
if I want to. Yeah, tastes like fish. It's an acquired taste. It's a really acquired taste. I don't know if I like it. It's super salty. Like, how do you come up with this? I wonder. I don't know. I'm glad I tried it, but what I'm gonna...
I think I'm gonna like it because I used to eat. I don't know if I told you guys this. I probably have. Like they used to do. It's not very popular anymore in England, but they used to do these like little jars of paste, of like liver paste and like chicken and liver paste and pork paste and like different flavors, and it used to just be a paste, and you just have it on toast or you'd have it on bread, and it used to be big in the 90s, or my parents used to get it in the 90s. But I don't see it often anymore, and I don't see or hear people talking about eating that anymore. So maybe it went out of fashion, and maybe it was the equivalent of your tube foods. But yeah, and I like that. So I think it's going to remind me of that. It's like paste. I think I'll enjoy it.
What I'm gonna say is that I'm gonna probably give the rest to my teammate. I just can't stop smelling it. It smells like cat food. I feel bad. I don't mean to offend anyone by saying that, but...
Saying it smells like cat food.
It tastes super salty. Super, super salty. But maybe it's good with hard-boiled eggs. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get the full experience. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I tried it. I'm ready to donate this to someone. Okay. Cool.
So those are 13 things that I find different living here in Sweden as a Canadian. I have been loving my experience so far. Like, honestly, this is second to none. And I'd say a message for my future kids is to keep finding things that are different from you. I think staying open-minded is something you can learn a lot from. Like, stay curious, stay open-minded. Like, I love learning a lot about Sweden, honestly.
Me too.
Here and, like, why not? Like, why not immerse myself in the culture? Why not learn a bit about the history? Why not? So I'd say...
It's beautiful, and she said that perfectly. Like, I just don't understand why people wouldn't be curious about other people's cultures and like learning about other people, and I just think it's wonderful. I think it's amazing. It unlocks a different world. Like every country has its own culture and language, and it's almost like a different world. Do you know what I mean? When I went to Thailand, I was like, wow, this is a society, and it runs, and it's different, and the language is different, and the food is different, and the culture is different, the etiquette's different. I'm like, I was exposed to something that I knew nothing of, and it's just the same as if I go to when I go to Sweden, I'm going to experience all the wonderful things about Sweden that I've never experienced. I didn't grow up in that. It's just beautiful. Like, why would you not want to discover the world? The world is a big place. The world is a big place. Imagine just staying put in the place you were born. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I'm just super curious person, and I like to experience things, so I agree with her. Not everyone's like that, but hey.
Stay curious and stay open-minded, because there will be a time where I won't be in Sweden, so I want to make sure that I really maximize my experience. But
yeah,
thank you
absolutely.
so much for following along. I'm excited for the next video because it's going to be more about professional footballers behind the scenes. So stay tuned for that. I'll see everyone in the next one.
That was a good one. The reason that was good is because I've watched a lot of these videos, and a lot of things have been repeated. And I think in this video, the only thing that I've heard before is probably the callus caviar. But a lot of these, new things I didn't know about. I love the fact that she's a football player. That's so cool. And she's a woman. Not that women don't play football, but I just think that's so... You just don't hear that a lot, and I love that. I love that she's a football player in Sweden, and she's from Canada. Like, that's really unique. Hey. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.